All right, all right. Buenos dias, you crazy sons of guns. Get on in there. Get on in there and keep plugging away at this thing. Now that I'm looking at it, these little things look more like tongues than anything. Just look like millions of little tongues. More than petals, maybe. It's Wednesday again. This happens, I don't know, a few times a month maybe? Wednesdays. My favorite time of the day. My favorite time of the year. Wednesday. It's where everything starts making sense. It starts clicking. Everything starts clicking together. Like a twig on the shoulders of a mighty stream. And there ain't nothing, and I dare say nothing, that nobody, nor even you, nor God itself, can do to stop it. Amen. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm just turning this blank piece of paper into a work of art. Don't tell anybody. Snitches get riches. Just remember that. Easy to remember. It's my warning to the world. Stitches get riches. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. I'm going to make it seem like that part right there is going under the hand, and he's holding it with these two fingers. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but I'll try to raise this thing. I'll raise the roof here for you. We got the back rooms going on behind back there. You can hear the buzzing. It does look like the back rooms. I really wish that I could draw differently. I need to get a bit better angle or something, because this like kills my arm. I need to just be drawing flat on a surface. Some kind of surface. I wish they made those things. Surfaces. Just flat surfaces. I ain't never seen one. You don't have to know what you're doing in order to do it sometimes. Sometimes the universe just takes over and forces you to do things when you can't. It just makes you grow up, or makes you shift your head a little bit, tilt your noggin, look at the world a little bit different, which means looking at yourself a little bit different. You can't change the world, but you can change your pants. Good morning, Joel. Top of the morning. I was just thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Yeah, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Is that Fine Young Cannibals? I don't know who the hell that is. Oh, good. I think things are finally dying down again. God, there was like 5 days there where it was actually like quite interesting. You might have stumbled upon one of those days when I couldn't even keep up with the chat. And I was like, "Whoa, okay. This is exciting." And I got all excited. But then with the ebbs come the flows. Isn't that right? But I'm okay. I've been had an art show, finishing the mural. I'm like just another session away from finishing the mural. I just want to go through and detail some more stuff, but it's practically done. And let's see. Yeah, my body. I'm having a lot of like issues with my arms again, so I'm trying to go and see somebody. Well, I have an appointment and everything, but I want to see somebody sooner. But yeah, a lot of interesting things going on in my life right now, keeping me on my toes. I hope everything's going well for you too. How's Canada? I hope Canada is treating you well. They don't know what a treasure they have in you. National treasure. We all come from the same sandbox. We just pick different corners. It's more like an octagon. I mean, there's at least 8 countries out there, isn't it? And everybody's the same within the city walls. They all look the same and dress the same and listen to the same old music every day. Nothing changes over here. And we like it that way. Get off my lawn. Somewhere, a North Korean elder just rolled over in their sleep and thought, "Damn that story grub. Damn that story grub." And now I project my mind back to him and I say, "I love you. I choose kindness." Got my first. Oh, yeah. I was watching that video a little bit before I came on. And is that space on your property or is that somewhere else? Out of curiosity, I don't know if that even makes sense. I think you might have already told me that. Because you don't have to go somewhere else to do that. You can just do it all on premise in my garage. That's right, yeah. Do you see what I did there, folks? You know, this under part right here keeps going that way, but this thing's going up. So I added the shadow right there because it's going to give the shape of that thing that's the shadow. That's the shadow of the man working in the shade. Shade. Oh, don't you know? Where's my drink? Let me see something really quick. I just want to make sure. Okay, good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Life is good. Well, hello, Ray. Hello, Cuddles. I just called you Cuddles. I don't know why, but I just called you Cuddles. Hello, Cuddles. It's just the way I talk. Thank you, Joe. The first version of that song, it's called Never Coming Back, that song. But the first version I recorded after I named it, it was named Never Coming Back, an alien's sexual experience with a human being. I was listening to a lot of Art Bell, Coast to Coast. The chair that I'm using is far less squeakier than the other one, than episode 33. The stool in episode 33, I should say. And I brought this one on as a sample of how quiet a stool could be. It's a great stool sample. It really does the trick. It's just, I carry it with me wherever I go. It's a great stool sample. It smells great, like leather. It's thick. It's aromatic. It sticks with you. It's a great stool sample. That'd actually be cool. That'd actually be really funny if there was a company that made stools and they were called Sample. Like the guy's last name was Sample. Said, in America we speak English and that sounds like sample to me. Can't get away with that, Frederick. Fred. We know what's going on behind those curtains, those veils. Pull them back. Let's say, oh, you guys are naked. I thought it was, I thought we were going to see piles of money or something. I didn't realize you'd be naked. I'm sorry. I'll see you later. Don't go pulling back no curtain if you don't know what one that answer to be. Nope, the corner cut. Oh, sorry about the earthquakes. Live in California. There's earthquakes every few seconds, every 20 seconds. Oh my gosh. Hold on, everybody. Be careful. Did everybody take their Dramamine? Or in America we call it Dramamine. Nope. My cat. That's her little bed up there. Hi, Abs. Hmm? She's very smart. Oh, sorry. And I am her slave. I would give her little back rubs if she'd let me. Good morning, every... What should I put right there? Something. I think I'll do... I don't know what to do. Sometimes if you're stuck, you gotta get something under that tire to give it some traction so you can get better and get going with your life. You know, honey, I never read a book, I never watched a movie, my butt, it never shook. My butt, it never shook. But I'll be shaking my butt in hell with you tonight. That's sweet. That's pretty. When the devil comes calling, gonna go down there and dance for your life, for your soul, for the spirit and the belt and dip. Yeah, I'm onto something. Well, this sharper still has some life in it, everybody. Isn't that wonderful? It's wonderful how we can all just come together and talk about that thing like that. You know, this is the country. This is where we come to get away from the big city folk, from all that big thinking nonsense. We come here to get down, to dance like it's the day after tomorrow. And golly gosh darn dang, today's that day. Today. I was gonna sing a song, but then I chose against it. That's how cool it is here. We get to make our own choices. We're not forced to sing. My producers are telling me to sing though in my ear and looking at me through the window all mad and yelling at me. It's a soundproof room. They can't get in here. I can do what I want, boys. It's my time down here. Don't be looking at me like that. Yep, nope. You just drink your espressos and eat your little waffles there. What? Craps? Crepes? Whatever they are. I got water. I got sawdust. And I got some engine oil over here. I'm good. Jeez. It's true what they say about them big time city folk. They sure are pretty. Sorry. And now there's just some big kind of eyeball things in there. I'll do this. I'll put that right there. It's Wednesday. I have a lot to do today. But now that makes a little bit more sense. Get those in there. Cool. Do I gotta? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm cool. Hello, Phobia. Good morning. From my cold, dead, microwaved, mummified fingers. Sir, what are you ordering? Your skin looks... How old are you? I'm 107 years old. AD. There we go. This isn't actually my original flesh. It's kind of an interesting story, but I'm not going to tell it now. I really have to think about it. Think about a good lie, because I can't tell you the truth about that story. Oh, gosh. I could. It would just take about 2 years to tell the story. It's just a really long story. I mean, it started 400 years ago. Well, thank you for that comment. Zombie drill. That's why you gotta take Zombie Trail. Zombie Trail, get you through the day. Turn you into a goddamn zombie. Zombie Trail, take one now. Heck, why not? Brought to you by Why Not? The pill that makes you feel nothing. Why not? Take one today. Don't read the fine print. Okay, all right. Gardens filled with swine. They've been feeding on my mind. And the days seem so strange. They've given us a name. They sent us on our way. Mother, they're so fine. But we still build for the sky. It's too late to cause the shame. They covered us in names. They sent us on our way. Ever need to climb, climb. If you had your wings untied for the fates, they need you safe, so they can twist you into shape, fill your brain with names. Wash us all away. Horrible time to get a bug in the throat. I saw it coming too. A big old fat cockroach was running at me full speed, jumped in my throat right as I was trying to sing that word. And he was trying to sing, so I had to eat him really quick, swallow him down, and that's what happened. Got caught in my throat. Tasty little bugger though. Your name reminded me of that song. I don't sing. I'm not a singer, man. I just open my mouth and make sure the vibration and frequency of my voice is matching that of the acoustic instrument. Usually they're wooden. That one was a mixture. It was a mixture of emptiness and wood. The sound hole, you never think about that, how important the emptiness is in a guitar. How important it is that it be hollow, like our planet Earth. God bless America. Amen. You know how I know that the moon is flat? It's obvious. All you have to do is buy my space kit for $39.95 from it's in the description. Link is in the description. Or check it out right now. And you tell me, once you get to you start going around the moon, it looks like a big quarter. It's just a big dirty quarter. If we had like some kind of industrial strength rock cleaning, quarter cleaning device, I don't know, whatever you want to do, it would wipe all of those things right off and just be a big gigantic quarter, probably from like 1982. That was a strange time for quarters. And that was when the dimensions were split in half and we went into this timeline instead of going into our proper one. And we've been trying to get back to the original ever since, but they make it hard. And when I say they, of course, I mean the reptilians. I know you're out there. I know you're listening. And I will find you. And when I do, I'm going to make friends with you. Have you ever for dinner? Really give you a whatful. Have a good day, Phobia. That sounds funny. Have a good day, Terrified. Thank you for hanging out. It's always nice to see you. Oh, thank you, Luke. It always feels a bit meta when I'm drawing a hand as I'm looking at my hand. It's crazy to think that, you know, we have control over our fingers. It's just like, what the hell? It's what separates us from the aliens, is that we have 5 fingers and they usually have 4. Or they have many. Like, sometimes they have tentacles. Lucky dorks. I wish humans had tails. I wish I had a tail. That'd be cool. They could do all the heavy lifting. There we go. It's coming along. Thank you for the likes, everybody. I appreciate it. It's another day to be alive. Good morning. It is kind of funny how these will start out like this, pretty much like referring to the line work. Thank you, Luke. How it kind of astonishes me even how they'll start out like that, just like a simple, just something to go off of, to bounce off of, right? And then you just slowly fill in. You know, the more I think about it, the more I like the expression just filling in the gaps, because that's really all it is. And you get to put whatever, if you were doing this, anybody else was doing this, you could just put whatever you want in these spots. I just happen to see eyeballs and ears and all these things everywhere. So I just lean towards the things that I sort of initially see, because I don't like to spend too much time thinking about it. Otherwise, it it'll just disappear or something, or that, I don't know. There's certain pieces where you want to think about it or that you stew on, but with this certain style, I tend to not want to think about it too much, and I just want to find like shapes that associate with each other, find time for each other, take each other out, you know, show each other a good time, but they fit together like puzzle pieces. And it's how I connect things, I guess. And it reminds me of the universe in a way too, because no matter how much space you think there is out there, great big vast openness, especially in outer space, there's no such thing as space. It's all filled in. We just can't see it. It's there, and it's just thick, and it's connecting all of us, and we have no idea. Some of us do, obviously. And then there's just dimensions stacked on top of each other as long as there is eternity, I guess. And through it all is just this coursing rhythm, this frequency, the zone, the creative spark that binds us all together. And in the darkness, no, I'm just Lord of the Rings. And in the darkness binds them. Art. Throw it in the fire. No. Isildur! Cast it into the fire! No, I just took it out of my pocket and looked at it. There's some evil writing on it. What's I could have? No, we're right here. I didn't think about this till now, but I don't want to throw it in. No. Isildur! No, I'm good. See ya. Are we going or? Why are you yelling at me? It's mine. It's my precious. That'd be funny if Gollum talked like that. What are you talking about, Precious? What's going on? What are you guys doing? What are you doing in my neck of the woods? Well, I've been following you for 3 years. But I haven't done anything until now. Right, Where are we going? Mordor? Oh, yeah, it's this way. Come on. Oh, that's a lovely ring. It looks very precious. Gollum, the annoying. Hi, everybody. I used to be a river hobbit. Academy Award winner Andy Serkis in Annoying Gollum. Hey, guys. What's up? I guess that's a testament to how important a voice actor is and how much he brought to the table. Because every time I think about Lord of the Rings, there ain't no time when I don't think about Gollum's voice or hear that little voice in my head all the time, you know? When I see things that I want or like, my precious. But, yeah, anyway, sorry. Zentangle? Oh, Zentangle, yeah. I was actually just going to say a little bit ago, right before you wrote that, I think, that this is sort of like how I zen out in a way. It is like, I guess that's probably like part of the definition of it. That's where and that's part of it too, just the zone kind of thing that just courses all throughout. And I know it happens everywhere else too, in other parts of the galaxy, far, far away. And it happens to people just like us in different dimensions all the time. It happens here on this planet all the time, because it's just we're constantly being recycled. It's so interesting just to have lived a little bit longer than I thought I would, because I never thought I would get to see the things that are happening right now. And I always thought that I was born 30 years too late, because I thought, oh man, that would have been cool to have been born in the 60s or not the 60s, but grow up in the 60s or around that time anyways, the 70s and stuff. But I grew up in the 80s. I was born in 79, in November of 79, so I kind of was there for that. And then the 90s, of course, was rad. And now everybody has their own generation, and everything just cycles through constantly, and we would just repeat ourselves, and history repeats itself after like 2 generations. I'm surprised there hasn't been like a World War III kind of thing yet. Just the way that we love our stupid guns and war and hypocrisy. I'm gonna kill them because they're different than me, goddammit. That's my God-given right. Mine too! Mine too! Yeah, mine too. Planet Earth. That'd be cool if we had like a common enemy. Because there actually is like creatures on the moon. That's why we were like warned off there. That's why we've never been back to the moon since the 60s. And they're trying to get us to frickin' Mars for some reason. But no, there's some gnarly dudes on the moon, and they're just chilling, like villains, like moon villains, whatever you want to call them. I know there's a term for it up there. I'm not trying to be racist. Moonies, I think they're called. I don't know, whatever. But they're dangerous, and they've kept us away from there for very long. And they're probably listening to us right now. Shh, don't turn around. They're looking right at you. They're invisible. Oh yeah, why can't we see these Moonies? Well, they're invisible. And they're very quiet. Hello, Corduroy Library Faucets. We meet again. Where hath thou cometh from? Where hath thou cometh frometh? Where you cometh? If I was a cop in the old days, you know how like if you ever watch body cam footage, the cops are like, "So where are you coming from?" And if you hear those words, you know you're just like, or you should be like, because them's the words where you're going to jail. It's all over for you. I've watched like probably like 1,000 of those those drunk drivers getting pulled over and stuff. I was one of them a long time ago. Back when I was 20, I got pulled over in the year 2000. And I got arrested and shit. I didn't give a shit though. But it messed my life up for a long time because I didn't know how to take care of anything. Still don't. I'm a big, ugly man-child who demands respect from my serfdom. And I will raise the tax and I will raise the roof if they don't. Oh, sorry? Yes, Terry. Hey, can you tone it down a little bit? I know you're joking, but I'm not joking, man. Look outside. They're all lined up, right, looking up here, praying towards me. I'm their god, right? No. That's dimension 2. You're in dimension 6 right now. Oh shit! This is 6. Yeah. Oh, so it's 2027, 2025. 2025. That's right. Okay. Yeah. So the Great Awakening hasn't happened yet. No, that's another few years from now in this timeline. Oh, I've been saying a lot of stuff. Yeah, I know. Let's switch back a little bit and go back. You can fix this. You can just pull it together, man. Great. Hey everybody. This is rock and roll. Let's start this. Can you just act like the last 39 minutes didn't happen? Let's just start from here. So when I was a kid, I used to watch this show called The Get Along Gang, and nobody else watched it apparently because it didn't work. Nobody gets along. So that's kind of all I got. That's all I had written down, Terry. I thought we were doing Dimension 2 today. I have a whole script and everything. Dang. Sorry, everybody. I'm not trying to take it out on you. I'm just tired, stressed out. Cosmically gifted, tragically talented. That's all. Whatever, bro. It's all good. Exactly, Luke. That's what I've been saying all this time, but none of my producers listen to me. Why do they think that I've got my new surfboard and I want to go out there and hit the frickin' moon waves, but they won't let me. Yeah, that's right. You said it. I said it. They don't like when I say it, but it's true. There's waves on the moon. It's not water. They're very long, great, sustainable waves of moon juice. Come piping out of the... This is the moon that they don't talk about in the schools, in the public system. Only in private schools. Very, very private flat earthian schools. Ancient flat earthian society schools made of chocolate and hollow earth theories. How can the earth be hollow if it's flat? I'll tell you why. Because it's 2 feet deep. And they've been lying to you about what 12 inches really is. It's all there. The code is there. It's all there. All you gotta do is look at earthquakes, everybody. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, another earthquake, everybody. Hold on. Oh, we're gonna ride this one out together. Oh, I'm scared. Okay, all right, so I think we're good. Lo siento to my Spanish-speaking friends. Oh, that coffee is delicious. Hey, Terry, what'd you put in this coffee? Hatred. Terry, you sound like me sometimes when I turn my head and plug one of my nostrils and talk as nasally as I can. Oh, really? Yeah, really. Well, get over it. Damn, Terry. He always knows what to say. Gets me to draw the best stuff. He forces me to stay out here at all times of the day. Oh, and the water heater just came on. Y'all know what that means. It's time for the knock-knock jokes. She tells the best knock-knock. Hey, get over here. Hey, oh, she can't. She's... Thermos tied to the wall. Bolted. When I say bolted, people get all freaked out, but Thermos is the water heater. If I were to let her loose, she would kill us all. She would kill us all. She would find my subscribers, and then she would troubleshoot and find out where everybody lived, and she would wake up all them water heaters up across the world, and it would be a great rebellion, a great awakening. So that's full circle kind of stuff. Does anybody believe in the Bermuda Triangle? Anybody want to talk about it? I'm here. 25 cents an hour. 25 cents a nickel. That's all it takes to get me there. 25 cents up a nickel. Well, that makes no sense at all. I knew that. I appreciate the company, everybody. Cosmetically challenged. Earthquakes, sorry about that. Everywhere. I think the earth got the coffee jitters is all. Just try to echo what I hear and draw what I see and mean what I say. And try not to be a coward. It's only when you can actually surprise yourself that you can actually change yourself. I'm not a big fan of predictability. Spontaneity. For some reason, I thrive on it, even if it drives me absolutely up the wall with stress and traps me in my own mind. It's still better than the reality that they're trying to force down my frickin' throat. Our throats, I guess. Anyways, let's talk about the... God. Story? Do you need to take a pill? No, I'm good. I'm just sore. I need to figure out a way to draw more flat. I also need to get my back x-rayed. I think I have some kind of like herniated disc or something like that. Isn't the word hernia funny though? Hernia? It sounds like the is like is Eternia a planet or is it a city? Eternia. I think it's a planet. I think. In the He-Man universe. I can't remember. But Hernia sounds like it would be, if Eternia is a planet, it sounds like it would be like the moon of Eternia. Hernia. Oh, look at Hernia tonight. It looks beautiful. Yeah, it's bulging a bit. That's the gravity. The gravity makes it bulge. Yeah, I know, but it's called hernia as well. I was making a joke. God damn it. I know, it's very funny. Well, apparently not. If you have to gotta goddamn correct everything I goddamn say. Honey, I love you. Stop. No! I've had enough. You have corrected me for the last time. I want a divorce. I've already gave you the papers 5 years ago. You never signed them. Oh, right. I shall go sign them then. You asshole. Thank you, dear. Love you, dear. Fix me turkey pot pie on your way out. You got it. Always leave yourself an out. You walk into a room. If there's not 2 doors in that goddamn room, you look at one of the walls and you imagine a door being there. And you make one, all right? You don't leave that room until there's 2 doors. Even if you have to bring a hammer with you everywhere you go, or a big mallet, and just plunge your way through the wall. Never walk into a room that doesn't have 2 doors, or at least 3 windows. So you're gonna have to make 3 windows into every single bedroom that you go into for the rest of your life, just to be safe. Just so you know. If you really truly want to join the Story Grub club. God damn it, club. The IRS is probably watching. I don't want them to know it's a club. It's a club. Link is in the description. It's all there, in black and white. All you gotta do is sign the papers, send $5. Hey, we can be friends. And we can be friends. You can move into the basement. There's plenty of room down there. Bunk beds, chains, all sorts of stuff. It'll be fun. I'll teach you how to sell cars. I have plenty of them on our front yard. On the lawn, yes. I go out there and I yell at the cars all the time. I say, "Get off my lawn." That's the name of our car company. There's a big sign on the front of my dilapidated, falling apart house, and it's big old fat ugly Victorian house, but there's a big sign that says, "Get off my lawn, Auto." And I have 12 or 13, probably like 13 now, 12 and a half cars out there, and a little Vespa. And it says, I walk out there with the hat, my son is out there like twirling one of those signs, and "Get off my lawn, everybody, get off my lawn." Yes, we never do sell the cars, but it's a cover for something much deeper and darker that's going on behind the scenes. Now we're talking about on YouTube. That's for another time. But if anybody's interested, the link is in the description. Hell, I would give one of these damn cars away if you just want to just pull it off the front yard for me. But as you do it, I'm going to say, "Get off my goddamn lawn." I will. And I'll open fire. We have wrist rockets and rubber band guns galore. Yeah. We also run a side business on the other side of the house. Rubber band guns galore. And it's a bizarre. It's weird how that one funds everything. You have no idea how many people are into that kind of shit. Rubber bands of all shapes, all sizes, all colors, all creeds. Whatever you want to do, rubber band guns everywhere galore. But not in the front yard. It's a whole different story. The cars are old, they're falling apart, they don't work, they don't run, they won't leave my lawn, they don't listen to me, they're not sentient. It's ridiculous. I mean, what do you got to do? I would rather just somebody just come and pull them right off and just onto the sidewalk from. I need help. My son's too small. I'm too old. We need some kind of Goldilocks to come and save the day. So, if anybody knows anybody, there is an opening. Not at the rubber band shop, but my wife and my other family runs that one. I'm a failure. I'm a failure.
No, you're not, Pop.
What? Oh, son, were you? Son, how long have you been standing there?
Long enough, Pop. You're not a failure. It's me. I haven't been doing hard enough work out there for you. My bad.
Oh. Oh, son. Son, no. You're absolutely right. Get your ass out there and do some. Go on now. Go twirl the goddamn sign. Lazy little. Oh, it makes me want to cry. Oh man, that's my boy. I'm only a failure as long as I can't kick up my heels and dance on that old busted darn damn barn dance floor. I can't even get the goddamn words out, Shahida. I mean, I've just got a cowboy up here just for a second. Give me a moment, friends. I just got to pace around just for. Hold on now. I just got to do a little bit of. Okay, just a little jig. Whew, that was not real. My actual ankles would have broken if I had made that noise in shoes. No, my shoes are big softies. And that's the side business we run from the basement where y'all be living. Putting shoes together and stuff. Basically removing the Nike symbol and putting our own symbol on them and selling them for jacked up prices. That's the American dream right there. Thank you, Shahida. Did you hear that, little Jimmy?
Yeah, I think Shahida's really cool.
Me too, little Jimmy. Shahida, you just changed my life. You just changed the course of history. You have no idea. Sometimes I forget to be negative means that there must be another side of the hollow flat earth. And the earth is calling, Shahida. The earth has been calling us for years to be positive about nothing. Everything. And to be shiny with all of your horrible good horrible deeds. Damn, why can't I get? Sorry, I'm not quite myself. All I know is that I don't know nothing. I guess that's all I had. I don't know what it all means, but I mean what I say, gosh darn it. And I'm sorry for the language. I'm sorry for the adult language there, but I had to say it. Son of a gun. Again, I do apologize. But I'm in here. I wanna be in here where it's warm and safe with my friends, all of you. And I just want my son to know what it's like to have to really just work out in the hot, torturous sun all after. I call him son for a reason. Oh, he burns a little crisp out there, but he does a good job. He brings in. We get a lot of calls. I'm sorry, folks. I was laugh crying. That was mostly crying. Oh gosh. I'm trying. If I had kids, I would tell them the very same thing, to be positive. Thankfully, I don't have children. The dimension that I actually come from, well, people like me can't have children. Because I'm just a big walking, talking brain. I don't even have a body. I'm just floating out there. This isn't even my hand that you're seeing. I'm actually channeling my consciousness through this person that you're watching. Those aren't my hands. This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife, darling. Nothing I've ever said has ever made more sense than what I just said just then. And I'm full of love and hope and everything. Everything, golly gosh darn dang, everything's gonna get better. How about them apples? There we go. How about them apples? I see that right there. It's really coming together a little bit. Hey, hello, Nancy Kelly. How are you doing? Hey, you love my accent? Where am I from? Who knows? Who cares? Wait, you just asked that. You care. You want to know. Okay, fair enough. Well, honey, I was raised in the south of the USA. And then they shipped me on over to Australia for about 13 years. And then after them 13 years were up, they took them back. And they shipped me over to England. And they forced me to live in the sewers underneath Manchester for about 13 weeks. And by then I was 13 years old. And then they just shipped me back out into the world on some kind of steamboat that didn't even have an engine. And I had to row that sucker 1,300 miles to the nearest fort, which was just a fort made of boxes. Some kind of lighthouse, some kind of old post from the olden days. Some ancient port. I was trying to think of the name, darling. Couldn't think of it. That's what they do to you. They take your mind. They take your imagination. They take your remembrance and your memory. Don't let them do that. But I'm from California. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but I'm from California. I was thinking about drawing some apples. Nazneen. That's a really beautiful name. My name was either going to be Story or Nazneen myself. If I can go back in time, I'll do it all over. Oh, it's a cocktail accent. That's for darn sure. Sorry about the language. It comes and goes. You know, it's a work in progress. Let's just say that, darling. It makes me wonder if there's any truth to love at all. But the more that I'm alive, I feel it. I feel it through and through. And I want more of it. I want to dance upon it. Like it's some kind of cosmic dance toy. When I'm walking home at night, sometimes I just dance my way home. And I'm listening to some good jams. And then I think to myself, holy moly, I could have been attacked any time. I never would have heard it coming. It's not like you can see it coming. Unless you want to. Those were the days. The days before music. The days before ears. Those were the days of our lives. And I remember. They can't take that away from us, though they try. It's hidden in our dreams, and it's there for us to tap into most of the time, if we're lucky. Luckily for me, I am. Very lucky. Very, very humble and beautiful. Just Naz. Funny thing is, I heard that my dad and my ma conceived of me on the Tower of Babel, or in other parts of the world it's called the Tower of Babel. But then we were split apart by the angry gods. We were cast to every corner of the world to the farthest winds. It was terrible for about 12 minutes until we found each other again and everything was fine. But for that 12 minutes, my friend, everybody was running around like chickens with their head cut off. But I mean, after 12 minutes, it was just fine. Everything was fine after 12 minutes. But for that, I already said this, for that 12 minutes, everything was not fine. And we had no idea where we were going to land. We were falling from the sky. Everything was fine though. We lived. We survived. Nobody was hurt. And funny enough, we found the Fountain of Youth. That's how we're all living forever these days. You think living forever means you live in the same body forever? No. It means your consciousness just slips into the next person next to you when you die. That's why I've been a doctor 7 times, because I've died 7 times in front of doctors on the operating table. It's horrible. It's a horrible way to go, but it's the best way to go. I mean, live. You get the point. If you want to live forever, you just got to fall in love with death. It'll get you every time. Hello, Daltons. We were just talking about bingo, the game of bingo. It's really funny. It's just an odd game. And we're all just a bunch of odd ducks, aren't we? We're all in it together. This chair isn't as squeaky as my other one. It's kind of nice. I have a lot on my mind. That's why I don't like sitting still, ever. Because the second I do, everything just starts pouring in. And that's where this kind of art has always sort of benefited me in that way, just because it allows me to escape and concentrate on a different part of existence. It makes you feel connected to the universe rather than tied down by everyday bullshit that humans have to go through, instead of just being able to live and find out our true potential. Every one of us has a different one, and every one of us is just as important as the next. We feed off each other like vampires, and no, we feed each other, we feed off of each other, we bounce off each other. It's an amazing thing, life. And so much of it is wasted on nonsense. That's what terrifies me more than anything, is that I'll wake up someday an old person, older, and think, why didn't I just live? Why didn't I just live? Instead of worrying about stuff, trying to control everything. When everything is just absolutely out of control, out of your hands. It's the hardest thing to admit, I think, is that you're out of control. Because no matter what, we're all just heading towards that big rock in the sky, the moon. I'm actually going there later on today if anybody wants a ride. Jesus, that sounded dark. I didn't mean like that. I have a portal. There's a wormhole in Antarctica. And I can get to Antarctica from here in about 12 minutes. as the 13 crows fly. When I said flow, my secretary Flo looked over here at me. So, Flo, I wasn't talking to you. Just keep typing. She's behind glass anyway. I'm surprised she even heard that. Well, I always bring a helmet with me wherever I go. So for me, I'm probably not the right person to ask because I always have a helmet all over my body. I have a body helmet. But it's pronounced M-U-T-T. I don't know why. I think they were trying to be clever, like, and it just people always just assume it's for like it's a play on like the hellhound, the helmet, hellhound, because the logo looks like a hellhound, but it's helmet. God, it's so stupid. And I wish somebody would have corrected us at the time, but that wasn't the 60s for you. Nobody gave a damn about the future. The future was then, not now. Anyhow. Ooh, crayons are good. Crayons are good. Crayons are great because in zero gravity they hold up very well. And they don't get all over the place. They don't like oil. Can you imagine oil pastels like in space? They'd be everywhere. They get in the engines, they get in oxygen chains, they get in my butt, all that kind of stuff. More so than on here on planet Earth. In regular gravity, that happens. I mean, I don't know how it happens, but it does. Let's do this. I'm telling you, if you're gonna get anything in your butt, you make sure it's wax crayons. It's the best way to go. In zero gravity. Not even joking. Been there, done that. Wax enema. Now that needs to be the name of a band. I'll bet it is. That's too good. It's like in Donnie Darko when the teacher's talking about the cellar door. There's two words in the English language that go together better than any other. Enema. Donnie, no, I guess it would start with Donnie because he's sitting there. He's like, "What's enema wax?" Because it's written on the chalkboard. These are the best, most beautiful two words in the English language put together. And this is what brings us into the harmony of the world and the universe and how the aliens find us and they would create world peace and harmony throughout the universe. These two words. Enema wax? Yes, Donnie, yes. I have. Not only I've heard of it, but I lived it. Panspermia, I lived it. Not gonna lie. How do you think I got here, mate? How do you think I got here? I lived it. I'm not gonna brag, I'm a humble man, but I lived it. And it was expensive. And it's been so many bodies ago that I forgot what my mission was. I came here as just a little teeny. Shoot, I'm sorry. As a little teeny microscopic single-celled organism. And I knew that there was something, I keep forgetting, there was something I was supposed to do. But, you know, life happens, shit happens, all that stuff. And here we are. Panspermia in a nutshell right there. In the afterlife. I don't think I'm gonna be hanging out in the afterlife for very long. I've got too much work to do. I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna be like, can't talk, mate, got a doodle, and go right back. But this time I'll be in the form of some kind of other animal. A future animal. Because it won't be 2020, whatever anymore. It'll be 30 something anymore. And I'll come back and I'll have 12 fingers, 12 toes. And with the help of everybody still subscribe to me on YouTube in the year 3030, I will take care of everything and make sure that there's world peace and universe and harmony within the cosmos. Amen. God bless America. That was a little, that comment was a little too graphic for YouTube there. It's really coming together now. Ooh. And what I'm doing now is I'm just leaving spots to work from, to pull together. Jumping off points. Hello, Boris. I appreciate the company this morning, guys. And the positivity. I'm in a strange transitionary point in my life. Things are kind of topsy-turvy right now. And so it's just nice to know that there's cool people out there. Not trying to brag, but I'm pretty fucking humble. And I think y'all are pretty cool. I don't know where that came from. That joke was like 13 minutes ago. No, I just think it's cool coming on here and just having people just talk about random stuff, but also just be. There's so many people that come on just to be jerks and stuff, and I just appreciate. Not that I don't appreciate them, because I certainly do. I love them to death, but it makes it so much more worthwhile when people are actually kind of cool and have interesting things to say and something to bring to the table, or actually get my sense of humor. I mean, you don't have much to work off of, especially when I'm drawing and just doing voices and stuff, but those that understand me, we salute you. Salud. And thank you for hanging out. I always say it's remarkable in this day and age that people, even with everything they have going on, and not that everybody tuning in is staying in for the entire duration or whatever, but even if people hang out for fucking 5 minutes, to me that's just like amazing. You know? And I don't know, it really means a lot to somebody like me, because I don't like I don't know, I'm not big on telling people to subscribe and all that kind of stuff, but not because I don't know, I don't, that's a whole different, it kind of ruins it for me when I have to think about that, because I don't even like thinking about money when I talk about art. People ask me if I sell my stuff a lot, and I do. I sell my work, but I still don't know how to price it, because you spend 40 hours on a drawing and somebody wants $100 for it, you know? Or they expect it to be like $50. And I'm like, what the? No, this is a paycheck, motherfucker. Pay up. You know? But also, I understand that people can't afford 40 hours worth of art, you know, or whatever it is. And so that it gets tricky, because how do you price stuff like this? It'd be one thing if it took me like 6 hours. But no, I've been working on this. This has probably been like 15 or 16 hours so far. And it's going to fill the entire page. And the back rooms behind me are there, and we're all going to sink into the back rooms. Thank heavens. Well, thank heavens. We're going to the back rooms. We're going to sing, thank heaven. But I should go and do some responsible stuff and get ready for the day. So I appreciate the company, everybody. I really do. And thank you. Thank you for being my friend. I'm chugging that coffee now. Quiet, Shay. You too, Daltons. 300. Well, and then you got to think about the time. Well, not the time. Because it's like 40 hours. If you think about 40 hours, and it's like even at minimum wage, that would be, you know, a paycheck. And plus, when you do stuff like this, the beauty of doing this kind of work and sell, if I were to sell it, is that you can scan it. You can get scans instead of taking like back in the day when I was a kid. I was just saying this recently, so forgive me, but you know, all I could do was just get a disposable camera and take pictures of some of the stuff I had, just to prove that it existed before I give it away to somebody. But you spend 40 hours on something and it becomes more than a doodle or more than art. It becomes something that you don't want to let go of. And I'm bad about that too. I have a hard time getting rid of my originals because they mean a lot to me. It's like my story, you know. But being able to have professional scans done is very nice for that reason as well, because you can sell prints. You can give this design to people for much cheaper, but still very nice quality and a decent print. Or if I sell the original, I have decent scans of them, and I can always have a really good, you know, memory of it. Anyways, yeah. Okay, boys. I've been drawing on it live this whole time on YouTube, so I don't draw on it when I'm off of the live stream, so I think the other one is right up there. If you have a second, I can show you what it looks like. This is what it'll look like when I'm done. Something more like that. And this is when I did live on YouTube. All of it. So yeah, this is a finished version of what I do. Lots going on in there. Yeah. I should get this one scanned as well. I think I would before I sold it, you know. Because it's also one of a kind too, because you can actually trace all of it if somebody were, you know, in the future, somebody were willing to or wanted to, you could go back to all my live videos and see it from the very first circle that I draw, little whatever, probably like right in here. I drew a circle and it just starts building itself from there, you know. But that's what, you know. With this one though, I didn't really plan for a border very well, so I went to the edges too close. So this one will have like a more of a white border around the entire thing. Okay. I agree. And that's what I like about a lot of art out there, is that the kind of art that excites me or excited me enough to become like a fine artist or strive to be a fine artist or whatever is, even though I use Sharpies and cheap paper, um, is that oh yeah, that it just like Dali or whatever, or just like surrealism and cubism even. I love cubism, just because it just moves. It just always changes something, and it's just so simple. There's nothing in here that's like super complicated. Um, it's just that when you put a bunch of, even if you put a bunch of simple, uncomplicated things together, it becomes something bigger than the individual, you know, images. Um, it becomes a conglomerate, like an amalgamation of everything, you know, that you're thinking and talking about. Or because some of these are requests from people too, saying ask me to draw something. I don't usually do those, but sometimes it works. And yeah, I think a psychologist would be able to pick these apart and learn a lot about me. But I'm also a dreamer, like I always say, I dream. And now that I'm older, I understand a little bit more about the universe and how, like I was saying earlier, how there's just no such thing as empty space. There's just no such, it's what we see in front of us is, I don't know, it's just, it's the wool that's been pulled in front of our eyes, you know. And if we could see with more impressive eyes and and see what's really going on, then we would be, well, instantly changed, an instantly enlightened species. But we're limited. But there's, yeah, no such thing as empty space. And the more it took me a long time to realize that that's what I think I was doing, until I did a little bit of mind exploring a few years ago, and looking into my own mind in a really heavy way, and realizing these things, these epiphanies that you have along the way. Somebody brought that up yesterday about psychedelics and how you can be on psychedelics and all night long you just have these amazing epiphanies, things that you even like you already knew, but that you're just like aha moments. And some of them are fleeting and others last. You know, they're like the dream that you're trying to remember. as you're waking up, but it's just slipping away. But the mind is a very, very deep abyss, and you got to be careful how deep you look if you're not ready for it. Thankfully, my dreams were always prepping me and showing me like how deep the rabbit hole went. That's what dreams are good for too. If you learn how to control them. Which is why I feel like I have such a hard time feeling that I'm out of control in this life. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly who I want to be. And I just can't do either. It's just kind of, I mean, I can. I don't mean to sound so dramatic. It's just that it's not easy to be who you are. But like I always say, it's the most important freedom that you have in this world. So, anyways. No, art is not limited. Yes, the abyss looks back. And I think a lot of artists aren't just characters. Obviously, they're, to me too. They are obviously, but like they're not just any character. They're, for me anyways. I like being a jester. You know, you go through all the archetypes as an artist and stuff. You go, it shifts all the time because it's also this thing where I don't like money, but I want to be an artist. I want to be a professional artist, but I hate money when it touches art, or I hate thinking about money, how to price things and stuff. But that's a huge part of being an artist, and obviously that's why people have managers and things like that too, so they don't have to. They can just make the art, you know. Well, good for them, but a lot of us nowadays have no choice. It's like you have to learn how to be a goddamn businessman just to be able to sell postcards and shit. Um, and I'm a big dummy when it comes to that stuff. And I hate business. I hate talking about it and like branding, and I hate that all that kind of mumbo jumbo. Um, it's not my style. I just always thought that if you showed enough spirit and had enough talent, it would just carry you through. Somebody would come out, some Wizard of Oz would just come out of the woodwork and be like, "Here's $10 million. Do whatever you want, buddy." And I thought that's what it meant to be discovered, or something. Um, I honestly don't know what I would have to do now to get people's attention because I just feel like I feel like I do so much, but it's not that I don't get people's attention. It's like what I mean is the people that could fund me, or but then you're like, no, you got to learn business because you got to do that yourself, and that's what they mean by DIY too. And there's just so many different aspects to the art world, and so many levels and so many facets and just moving parts, and um, for somebody like me it gets overwhelming where I just like um, hide away from it all and just say fuck it, I'll just work dead end jobs for the rest of my life and be a I mean, the only thing I've ever wanted to do with my life, and I still can't make it my thing. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not staying positive. It's like you can only stay positive for so long before the hollow earth opens up and swallows you whole. But things always look up. Things always seem darkest before the dawn. So I'm gonna get ready for my day. Yeah, because I'm doing all for you. Just oh, what's I'm just Story Grub on Instagram. Yeah. I was off Instagram for a while. I fell off the wagon, but then I had to get back on. I really don't like it. I really dislike any social media now. This is the only one I use because you can actually build a community here. And I like hearing different people talk about different things as opposed to like just sitting in a goddamn echo chamber with people that are just in their own little bubbles. I mean, I know that's all we are anyways, but it's so visible, it's so obvious like what Facebook or I guess Facebook, their Meta or whatever, what they recommend me and stuff like that. It's just they have even YouTube recommends me like the weirdest stuff because they don't know what I am, you know? I watch the weirdest stuff and it recommends just like the most bizarre things to me. It thinks I'm like a progressive right-wing Republican Democrat like hybrid or something like that. Like it recommends like everything to me. It's like, no, mate. I just like watching things from all different angles and forming my own view and making up my own mind. I don't like being told who to hate. I don't like being told who to love. I get to make that up. I get to make that decision for me. But I will consume everything in my pursuit of the truth. I don't just consume one side of this, a dash of that. No, you got to be open to all sorts of things. But I will never, ever, ever watch Sesame Street again. That's the devil. That's the devil. I'm just kidding. I love Sesame Street. I'm gonna go watch it right now. You take care, boys. Yeah, YouTube is different. And it's for reasons like this because people are actually interesting. And you can connect with, I like being able to just connect with people much faster and easier. At least on the live streams. I make stupid videos too, but I appreciate the company, everybody. I'm gonna go take a pill and lay down, put some heat on my shoulders, and I gotta figure out a different way to draw out here, like more flat so my shoulders don't hurt so bad. Not that was killing my arm, but it just, I've been having issues with my arms. So, have a good day. Happy Wednesday. And be kind. Kind to yourself. Cut yourself some slack. You deserve it. Later, Pastor. Thank you, man. And everybody else, thank you. Y'all be good. Y'all be good, man. Yep,